Hey everyone, welcome back to my astrology channel. Today we're going to talk about Jupiter in your 11th house. So let's talk about what is Jupiter. So Jupiter is an older planet. Jupiter is considered a teacher, a guru, a mentor. Okay, so Jupiter is connected with being dharmic because it owns house 9 in house 12 in the Kalpurush Kundali. So house 9 is your father, is your dharma, it's your spirituality, it's your foreign travel, your long distance travel. So Jupiter definitely rules all of that. The father, the foreign travel, or the long distance travel, the spirituality, the higher studies, PhD level studies, because it's a guru, it's a teacher, it's a mentor. So that's what Jupiter is. Jupiter is also all about ethics, integrity, meditation. Okay. Jupiter is a planet of expansion. Okay. It provides expansion for, in the sense, it provides you good benefits from your children. It gives you good children. If Jupiter is benefic for your horoscope, you'll have good children. You'll have good partners, whether in business or in life. You'll have good real estate, good property, good family, good mother, good father, good mentors, teachers. Okay, so Jupiter, as long as it's benefic for your horoscope, you should see all those things in your life. Okay, Jupiter is a very ethical planet. If you see Jupiter sitting on a house, most likely that house is going to be very ethical and very integrity oriented home, unless there's malefic influences on that house, such as Rahu either sitting with it or aspecting it, or Shani, Saturn, sitting with it or aspecting it, or Mars, etc. So those kind of influences then will tag on, or Ketu. So Jupiter is also a very righteous planet. Okay, it is considered more like a saint. So, and it's considered a lazy planet also. It does bestow lots and lots of prosperity. So if it's aspecting a certain house and that house is connected with wealth somehow, you can be sure you'll get wealth. Again, as long as there are no associations in that house. So let's talk about the aspects of the house. What aspects does Jupiter have? And then we'll go into the house that the Jupiter is sitting in. So the fifth aspect, Jupiter has 3 aspects. It has the 5th aspect from its house, from where it's sitting in, and then it has a 7th aspect from where it's sitting in, and then it has a 9th aspect from where it's sitting in. So we'll talk about the 5th aspect. 5th aspect of Jupiter is considered one of the best aspects. So if you think about 5th house in the Kalpurush Kundali, 5th house is considered the house of your past life good deeds. So when Jupiter is placing that 5th aspect on the 5th house from where it's sitting, it is giving you that blessing based on your past good deeds that you have done. So you care for that house like your child, and that house may also care for you like you are its child. So that's one of the best aspect to have, because that's an aspect that you get without doing anything, without lifting a finger. You get that because you're bringing it from your past life's good deed. The second aspect that you get is 7th aspect from where it's sitting. Now that aspect is basically a give and take. So if you give good in that relationship, you get good back. But you want that aspect to be really good. So Jupiter blessing it helps you. If you want that aspect to be good, then Jupiter is going to help you. For example, if you have that aspect on your 7th house, if you're going to give good to your kids, if you're going to be nice to them, if you're going to treat them well, they're going to treat you well. They may still treat you well regardless because of Jupiter's 7th aspect. But can you imagine if you treat them well, they're going to treat you so much better? So that's kind of like your 7th aspect. Now, if there's malefic influences, things will change. Now, 9th aspect, Jupiter has a 3rd aspect, which is the 9th aspect from where it's sitting. Now that is your life's topmost goal, is kind of what you feel. But Jupiter is always blessing it. Okay. So that will seem like a struggle for you in your life, that it's struggle, this is something I can't get lifted up. So let's say, for example, if that aspect is on your 7th house, okay, you may feel like relationship with your spouse, or 7th house is also business feels like a struggle. But eventually Jupiter is going to bless you where that relationship can take off. It can become good for you, but it's going to require struggle from you. It's going to require a lot of effort from you. You have to really want to do it. And then Jupiter will help, will give its blessing. You can't just sit there and say, I'm not going to do anything with this aspect. Well, then Jupiter's not going to be able to, it can only give so much blessings to it, right? Now, again, if there's anything malefic in your horoscope, if Jupiter is a functional malefic, those things will take time. Jupiter is still a very benefic planet because that's its innate nature. It's going to be benefic to you. So those are the aspects. All right, let's talk about Jupiter in your 11th house. Well, when Jupiter sits in the 11th house, when Jupiter sits in any house, it's going to take away something from that house. So let's talk about house 11. But usually with Jupiter sitting in house 11, it's actually very beneficial to the native, to the person whose horoscope it is. So let's talk about Jupiter sitting in 11th house. What is house 11? It's house of higher income, desires, achievements, success, recognition, older siblings, your father's younger siblings, your relatives, your network, your social network, your friends, things like that. It is also a house of your legs below your knees, including your ankles. So when Jupiter sits in here, it expands the qualities of that house. Okay, so your desires may get expanded. That's kind of the only thing that you can think of in that house when Jupiter sits that could be a little negative, is that it expands. So your higher income expands, but also your desires expand, which, it's good to control your desires sometimes. So, but your desires may expand, and your higher income may not feel like it's ever enough for you. And you just want to continue increasing that more and more and more. You're more hungry for awards. You're more hungry for recognition, for people to recognize what you are doing for them. Your connection with, you have a lot of connections with your father's younger siblings that could suffer depending on how Jupiter is for your horoscope. If it's malefic, functional malefic, or if it's neutral, if it's benefic, now that's great. That's good. So those are the kind of things you will see while Jupiter is sitting in your 11th house. Let's talk about the 3 aspects of Jupiter, its placing when it's sitting in house 11. The first aspect is going to be on your house 3rd. What is 3rd house? 3rd house is your younger siblings. 3rd house is your house of your hard work. It is the house of your short-term travels. It's a house of your communication, the way you communicate, also media. So those are the things that Jupiter is blessing you with because of your past life good deeds. So you're going to get great younger siblings. You're going to get great short-term travels. If you'd like to do it, you're going to be able to go do your short-term travels. Hard work. You're going to be working hard. Jupiter can make you a bit lazy, but if you want to work hard, you will. Jupiter has that blessing. Like if you say to yourself, well, I'm going to work hard at this, I'm going to get this done, you're going to get that blessing. This is also your communication house. So Jupiter is going to bless your communication skills, etc. too. Now let's talk about the house number 5. That's the 7th aspect for your 11th house for Jupiter. Again, I say the 7th aspect is you get what you give. So this is house 5. That's a house of your children. Your children, your love, your romance, your self-expression, your knowledge that you have. It is a house of your past life good deeds. So what you give is what you're going to get. So if you're going to treat your children with love, respect, you give them time of your day, they're going to give all that back to you, many folds. If you're going to get good children regardless, because you have the seventh aspect. They're going to care for you regardless. But you can imagine if you give more to that house, you can just imagine what you can get back because you give to that house. So that's your seventh aspect. Let's talk about your ninth aspect. That's on your house number 7. What is house 7? House 7 is your spouse's house. It's your life partner. It's your business partner. It's your business itself. It's also your mediation skills. So you will see that you suffer the most, or you struggle the most rather, in that house. Okay? And you will feel after the age of about 45 that is also a house you want to work on. You want to improve that. Perhaps you always wanted to open up your business, but you never did. But now after about midway through your life, you decide this is something I want to work on, and you'll go full force into it, and Jupiter will bless you. Perhaps you want to improve that relationship with your spouse or your business partner, and you actually put effort into it. It could work. Lord Jupiter will bless you, and you will have that happen because it's house 9. But the thing is, you have to put effort into it. You can't just sit there and it will happen like house 5 generally would. 7 and 9. 7, you will work on it and you're going to want to work at it. 9, you have to put effort into it to make that house work. So do put down in the comments on what you guys have resonated with in this particular. If you have Jupiter in your 11th house, please write in comments whether you find this in your life happening. So we do provide consultations on your personal horoscope. Reach out to us. We'd love to read one for you and tell you where it is that you can fix your life based on your horoscope. And don't forget to hit subscribe, like, and thumbs up, and the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of the updates. Thank you for watching.